Okay guys, that's the last time I say that I'm not doing any more unboxings. Totally backfired, and you know what? It was crazy, man. People approached me. How crazy is that? So anyhow, this is a little machine that's come from Finland. Yeah. So let's have a little look at this little bad boy. Alright, let's get in here. And I have never seen one of these before. Right? So there's always something that lures me back in, and yeah, this was kind of that car. Now, I couldn't see it properly yet. It looked a bit freaky to me in the pictures. Oh, wow, that must be pretty rare, guys, because you know what? I had never seen that in all the time I'd been buying Mini Zs. That is the first, and it's not from Japan. It's got Japanese writing there, but it's not from Japan. This was from Finland. Like I say, guys, there's people that have bought these little, you know, gems, and they've, ooh, that is kind of different. Don't worry about the glare. As per usual, it will end up on the stand. Wow. Well, I kind of had mixed feelings. I thought it looked like a bit of a freak from above, because it's kind of like blown out in a funny way, but I don't actually mind that. That's kind of alright. And them decals, alright. So, Porsche 911, this is the GT1 version. This is the little bad boy that Porsche re-entered the GT1 world in. If you know about GT1, guys, basically they're supposed to be on-road cars that are used, obviously they're modded up, but they're used for racing. And that's how Porsche re-entered. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting car to start with. Well, I think that's actually, the decals on that, guys, have pleasantly surprised me. Yeah. Let me pull out one of the little bad boys. Alright, so I'm going to put some shells that I've got that are used in with these as well. Alright, so here's one. Interesting little shell. Nothing amazing, but it just had some decals on it. And it wasn't that expensive, so let's have a look. But I can't wait to see that Porsche on the stand. That's going to be looking crazy. Okay, this is sporting the Rockstar decals. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not massive on energy drinks, but that's not official. But a bit different. Okay. So yep. Let's put this little bad boy over there. And yeah, we need to see that little bad boy on the display stand, guys. But I like them decals. You can't see it properly, guys. So let me get that little bad boy out of the case. You can't see it properly, but that is rare. Saying that, I have seen the Porsche 11 in the GT Turbo version. That is kind of nice, man. With them kind of BBS wheels in gold. I haven't got one with these decals, and as I say, there was the older version with decals, but this is a Ford shape. Porsche shape. I haven't got. Bit of a crack in the case there. And wow. Wow. I never thought I'd actually like that, but it's not actually not bad. You know, I just saw it in pictures and I wasn't really too sure about it, but yeah. That is not too bad. Right? You can look at that on the display stand, guys, and I'm sure it's going to look pretty awesome. And yeah, and I'll get on to unboxing some more lovely crazy stuff, guys, and I'll give you a bit of info on the actual car as well. Okay, let's move on. Okay guys, here's something you don't see every day. I've only ever seen one of these. I mean, Kyosho have released this as a Mini Z in white, but the decaled version with the number 25, I've not seen that anywhere. And I'm pretty happy about that. Originally, I didn't like the shape of it. I thought it looked a bit weird from like an overhead view, but it has grown on me. Maybe because it just looks really rare, and the shape of it is different to the 911, the GT3 that we've got accustomed to, and we see a lot of in Mini Zs. So this, as a Mini Z, it's a 90mm M rear motor mount. The front offset is 1 narrow and the rear are 2 wide. And the wheels on this, guys, are the BBS type golden wheels with the silver rim, which kind of complement the paintwork on the roof. I've got a black background, first time I've done that, but more so because there's no black on this car. Well, apart from the windshield, but when you have like a black spoiler, you can't see it. So I thought, you know what, if it's on white, you're not going to see the colours properly, but on black, you know, it should shine out, it should come out pretty well. So, yep, let's have a look. This car basically doesn't have much in common with the 911. And this is one of the cars that it was created for racing. They made some legal road cars because you had to have a legal road car version for it to be involved in these GT series races. But it went up against the McLaren F1s, the Ferrari F40s, and yeah, so this basically morphed into the FIA GT Championships. And this was when Porsche expressed their interest in returning to top-level sport car racing. And this was their main competitor in the GT1 series. So what was this pumping out? 600 PS. Using an air-cooled engine with only 2 valves per cylinder. I mean, Porsche were famous for their water-cooled engines, like the VW Beetles. So this was kind of a success story. It won the Le Mans, winning the GT1 class in his debut race. Whoa. And it also made its debut in the BPR Global GT Series. That was the predecessor to the FIA Championships. At the Brands Hatch for hours. So yeah. They followed up by winning at Spa. And they triumphed over Zuhai. I just gifted that messing these names up. Right, let's get top speed, come on. Top speed 330 kilometers an hour, 205 miles per hour. Whoa. And that was done on the legendary Mulsanne Straight in the practice sessions of the 1996 Le Mans 24-hour race. So yeah, so they had to be to become part of the GT1 class. One of the stipulations is that there has to be a total of 25 cars that are built for road use. So the Porsche developed a fully road legal version dubbed 911 GT1, Strassen version, and that was tested by the German government in 1996, and it passed all the tests. And the engine had to be slightly detuned to meet European emission laws. So yeah. So from a standstill, in 3.9 seconds, it was on its way to its top speed. Also 3.9 seconds, not to 60. Yeah. And then it wasn't time for the time it would take for it to get to its top speed. But yeah. And again, there's heaps of specs on the actual car itself. So they're saying that the GT1 was purpose-built. It was a purpose-built race car, had a carbon fibre body, full width wing, tiny cockpit, and a maximum power of 600 bhp, and was developed at 7,200 RPMs. So it had slight modifications compared to the GT1 that was raced in Le Mans, and it had included a higher ride height, softer suspension, road-going rear gear ratios, steel brakes, which replaced the car's carbon discs. The engine was slightly detuned from the race version, and complete interior included sport seats and full dashboard from the 993 line. So, like I say, guys, I don't know how much of this stuff that you're actually into. But yeah, so that was the GT1 version, which debuted in 1996 in that season, and the following year the Evo version was released with the kidney-shaped headlights, so that's kind of cool, and improved aerodynamics. And this was good enough for Porsche to build 20 examples for select customers. Yeah. So it was sold. There's an example that's been sold in Monaco for 580,000 euros plus premium and tax. Right, and then they've got all the stuff, but you know what? I think you guys just like seeing it on the stand. Okay, that could stay on there all day. Awesome little beauty, guys. But let's move on. Okay, guys, so here we've got the Subaru WRC. I think this is the 2001 version. 2008. It's on the number plate. Okay, so this isn't official, like I mentioned. I think it's just been decaled out. Looks okay though. Looks alright. Not bad. You could use it in a street vid or maybe in a rally video as well. Would have been nice if it was two-tone in the paintwork, but it still looks okay. It goes right with the wheels. I love black wheels with the silver rim, especially in deep dish. Whoa. Looks so awesome, so cool. So yeah, nice looking little shell, and they've obviously re-released the one. I mean, the original 2008 rally shell became pretty rare, and I saw that getting up to about £170. And then they've re-released a version. It looks pretty similar, but yeah, that's really brought the price down so much. So, and that's what happens because you don't know. You know, Kyosho got the mould. They could decide to remould a car, and you've got this prized shell that's worth £200, £300, and then they bring it out and it's next to nothing. Yeah, that happened to me on the Celica, the rally one with the 4 lights in the front, and I bought that and it was really rare, and I think I got it for £80, and now they've brought it out as a ready to run version, and it's flooded the market. There's so many of them now you can just buy as auto scale body shells. So yeah, that's the only danger. That, you know, what you could think is a prize shell could lose its value in a matter of weeks. But I suppose that's part of the fun. But at least you know you've got the original batch that came out. I suppose that's the difference. But yeah, look out for that little bad boy. Shell is pre-owned, but in good condition. You can always tell by the front, guys, if there's scuff marks, damage, and that's alright. So it hasn't been hammered, hasn't been abused, and it's no cracks. So yeah, it's the front that's the telltale sign on these, and that's obviously in good condition. Right, guys, get subscribed, get notified. There is so much more to come. You're gonna love it, but you need to be notified, otherwise you're gonna miss out. Okay, let's move on.